Goes down. Please, 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 please. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Okay. So you didn't really have history. Two. Damage at Olympic ranking. Okay. Is you? Don't blink if you're waiting for commercial. Using Moxa having a wonderful day. Again, sorry about the quality of the camera. It is the 21st of August 2025. I want to show you something that's really special. I'm trying to show you as much as possible. Look how gorgeous the moon is. It is currently 5:23 minutes and 25 seconds. I got the best application for the camera to see to show you that. Look how gorgeous it is. After 30 guys. This is basically the moon. Now, Madamas. Okay. Yeah, I don't see shit with this camera. Actually, really special. Wait a second. God damn it. Don't blink, keep waiting for the show. Saying you can walk that having a wonderful day. I'm gonna try to picture something that's very hard to picture, and this is the camera. So, I'm gonna show you as much as possible. You can see here. See the moon. You see a star. You see a second star. Star here. Now look at the results. Star here. Star here. And the moon. It is quite gorgeous. Quite gorgeous. Unfortunately, the phone isn't perfect, but hey, try my best out here. I'm trying my best out here. That's what I am. Don't blink, it's your boy Yankee. Welcome to the show. Good day, doing well without having a wonderful day. What a terrible way to start a day. I had a beautiful show where there was a moon, a star, and another star. And I don't have the equipment that I need to show you guys a proper video, so I don't know when it's gonna happen again, but it was beautiful. Disappointed myself, feel like a loser a little bit, you know. And here we are with the sunrise of the beautiful 21st August 2025. It's a shame we had a beautiful picture of a moon followed by two stars that were super bright. It was so nice. I wish I can assure that. Don't blink, boy. Welcome to the show. As we want to have a wonderful day. On this 21st August 2025. Today, this is the very first video of the day. I'm feeling a bit sick, to be honest. But it's okay because we just woke up. So as we wake up, the immunity system is going to pick up. And going to come and protect us. And going to come and cover us with hugs and kisses. So it's all good in the hood. They wanted to do an intro, but I also wanted to do it behind the scene. I slept very little yesterday, and I don't know why, because last couple of days I've been sleeping a lot. It's a bit odd, but at the same time we were able to see a moon, a star, and a star. I wish I had better equipment to show you guys. I don't, but just beautiful, just phenomenal. So today is kind of simple. Today, I missed a call yesterday from the phone repair shop. So I'm probably gonna get my phone back today, or they're gonna tell me that my phone is completely dead. I don't know. I hope that he's gonna be able to fix it, because I did give him more time than enough. So I feel like if there's no solution now, there's no solution at all. We're gonna put some mixed together with some quench to do us a bottle of water. Today, same as yesterday, honestly, junk food and Elden Ring. However, I got a good news. We're finishing Elden Ring today. We're finishing it today. I'm near finish the number 17. So again, I used a guide that tells me, okay, which part to go first. What is the progression routes of it? And the guide is telling me that there's 19 pieces, and out of the 19 pieces, we are at today is Thursday already. Fuck. Go fast. Quench. 2 liters, so to get more product, and those two together actually taste pretty well, pretty nice. But yeah, so the guide is separated in 19 parts for the DLC. We've done 16 of these parts. Yesterday we were at we did 3. Today we'll do 3 again. And that's pretty much it. So videos, stream, videos, stream, videos, stream. I would love to finish Elden Ring today, because again, we've been playing the game for 2 months and a half now, and we did 135 hours left over from yesterday. So oversaturated as fuck. It's all good, it's fine. We don't have a lot of videos today. However, we do have a couple. After just getting the phone, it'll take 40 minutes or something. Well, it feels bad because I feel like I'm rushing things, but I'm not. That's pretty much it. Anyway, I love you guys. Take it easy. Peace. Don't blink if you're waiting. Welcome to the Complayer Show. Because I'm walk because I'm having a wonderful day. And it's very early. 5:40 a.m. 5:40 a.m. What a good way to start. What a good way to start. And it's 5:40 a.m. Morning videos. I just want to come in, do a week review of the UMD 100 because we had it for a week. So I saw that people that are doing a phone review are doing it per weeks. You're gonna see me looking at the screen. We're doing some Twitch stream and figuring some stuff out. So not super focused, but not super unfocused at the same time. Sounds good. Sounds delightful. So again, the UMD's 100 first, if you will, purpose, of course, was to the phone is completely done. I'm gonna show you actually. The cheap phone, but I didn't expect it to be that bad. So the quality of the camera is life-ending. It's not great. However, I make content, so my need for the phone is different than what that's see, okay, well, what do people think about it? Because ultimately speaking, what people think about it is going to be helpful in a sense of, okay, well, I'm going to buy this phone. I need to know if it's good or not. If it's not good, I'm not going to buy it. If it is good, I am going to buy it. So I feel lied to. I'm joking, of course, but still. However, most people are not reliant on the quality of the camera. And most people are, creature, myself included, creature habits. So if they chose to have a humidity before, they'll have a humidity after. You know what I mean? So the quality of the camera might be not great, but the entire phone is actually pretty cool. Like, for example, because the camera was so bad, it made me discover an app, and that app is amazing. That application is straight up amazing. This application, not only it does something stupid, but because it does something stupid, it is so helpful. See, as a complaint, so the application is, I don't even have it in. Okay. There you go. Actually, listen. This is why I like the application, and I might be using it for my other phones. So on the surface, what you see here is the amount of gig we have free and the time. Now this doesn't matter much. This really doesn't matter much. However, when I am to film a video, I usually record the tower in the background. So with the tower, you get the exact time at which I was working. You don't get a date, but you get the exact time at which I was working. So for example, right now, it's 5:44 a.m. I can tell you this, and I can show you this sunrise. However, it could be a, also I can show you this, but that's a secret. It could be a green screen, right? Maybe it's 5:44 p.m., who knows? And as a guy that's very prideful about my work ethic, I think this is kind of nice. So the phone is not great. The phone in itself, the CPU and RAM are not great. They're not great at all. For example, I can dual stream, I can split screen. So most of the phone I'm going to be able to do, I'm going to be able to choose, okay, well, this is how big I want the tower, because that's what most of the time so when I say the tower, we play the tower with every single game we want. I'm just saying the tower because it's the game that we're playing, and I'm honest and I'm transparent about what I'm doing. So take this game, which is the tower. You get to choose how much of the screen is busy with the tower, and how much of the screen is busy with the camera. So right now, what we have is this for the camera, and about this for the tower. So together they do this, and this is my total screen. It's actually not bad. So on this one you have half and half, which, I mean, it's okay, but at the same time, it's a little bit too much. What's our problem? Well, because if you're recording the stream, you want something that's good. Also, there's no pop-up screen, so you're stuck at 2. This is a phone that's 3 years old. This is a phone that's a couple of months old. Well, technically February, March, April, June. May, June, and July, and August. So that's 8 months. So this is 3 years old. This is 8 months, and this is more performance. However, there is the understanding that this also costs a lot more. Pop stream are not there. However, it's kind of crazy because when do I really use pop stream? I don't often. I don't often do that. I don't often need that. You understand? So to me, it's kind of odd that I'm complaining about something that I'm very barely using. However, there is a possibility that I'm complaining because knowing that I have that, okay, so with the S24 Plus, one of the big problems that we had lately is the pen came undone. The S Pen came undone. And I wanted to buy another one. And in 3 years of using the S24 Plus Ultra, 2 years, sorry, we never used the pen. So as I complaining about Well, I'm complaining about the fact that we have something that we're allowed to use, but we don't have it. Right? So with the humidity, I feel that we don't have the pop-up. Is it the big deal in itself? And it's also pushing you to be more decisive about what you use and what you don't use. Do I really need a third pop-up? Do I really need a second pop-up? You know? Do I really need to have a dual screen? Yes. Is that enough? Yes, it should be enough. You know? And to me, that's beautiful. Next on the list, we have functionality. Again, if I'm a content creator, I need things more. I'm just gonna blow my nose because it's annoying. I think for most people, this is amazing. Now, I'll be completely honest and say I haven't used it for big games. For example, Wizardry, White Wizardry, Variant Daphne, Persona 5, PGR, Punishing Grey Raven. You know, I haven't used it for that. So when it comes to performance, I'm not really there. However, it runs emulator, it runs the tower, so as a emergency phone, as a plan B, this is great. Now, I'm gonna be honest. The reason why we bought the S24 Plus was because I didn't like this phone enough. Why did I like the phone? Super good question. The phone was supposed to be used as a tablet. However, it was never used as a tablet. There's a problem with connectors. It says that when I open the phone restarts. You understand? So this is a big problem. However, if I was able to use it more as a tablet, maybe I would have not even bought the S24 Plus. You know? So as a garbage phone, this is pretty freaking good. Now when I say garbage phone, do I mean garbage phone? No. I mean a phone for a smaller budget. Okay, you take a disposable camera. Maybe that's a quality than a camera, but it's not supposed to be the same quality. So as a phone as budget, it's actually pretty good. Most people will use it as they wish. The fact that there's an audio jack, it's amazing. Am I gonna use the audio jack? No. But knowing that it's there is absolutely fun. The fact that there's a radio, I've been looking for radios on the phone as an application. This one doesn't use Wi-Fi, doesn't use an antenna. It just is. Now, ultimately speaking, the quality isn't great. But again, it's all about perception. I perceive this as a cool trick versus I perceive something as useless. I think that radio is cool. I have been listening to radio on my phone when I was broke. I was listening to it. And you need this antenna. And this antenna was weird because you have to be sitting at a certain angle to really capture the channel that you wanted. So this is really bad. The capacity to use a SD card is huge. It's huge because this phone can't, and the S24 Plus can't. The tablet can, for sure. But as a phone, it's been years since I've had a phone. The S10 Plus didn't use a SD card. It didn't use an SD card. You know? Most of that I had didn't have an SD card. So it was kind of bad. It was kind of really bad. And I don't know. It sucks. It sucks because how can I say this? I had an expectation. To me, this is worse than the SN Plus. You know? And the SS Plus is 2 models before what we currently have. But this is still a really good phone. Biggest plus of the UBD is the quality of the phone itself. The way it feels, the size of it, it's big, it's fun. It didn't lag on me, it didn't reset. There's no bugs, there's no lagging. This one bug, this one is lagging. This one, I had a recording of 2 hours yesterday, and it just vanished. This is very problematic. This is very, very problematic, you know? And to me, I'm like, dude, this is something that's reliant. The humidity I know won't let me down. As a phone, for example, it's kind of nuts because I broke the first phone while losing it on the bike. And with the humidity, I was seeing that the phone was shaking a lot. And I was like, is it really a big deal? Not really. Not really. And I know that's an asshole thing to say, but it wasn't a big deal. So yeah, pretty happy about my buy. Once again, it's a $215 phone compared to $3,000, right? So this is the 12th of the price. Is it 12th of the price? Am I getting a 12th of the performance? No, I'm getting a lot more. I'm getting possibly a 4 out of 12 performance. So it's a pretty good trade-off. Now, do I recommend the phone? I mean, honestly, let's put it like that. Okay, I bought the SN Plus. I wasn't making content back then. I bought it in 2020. Well, I bought it during the pandemic. Did I need that good of a phone? No. I would have used a UAB phone. I would have been happy. As a content creator, I don't recommend it. If you're using your phone a lot for work, I don't recommend it. I don't recommend it because for work you're reliant. You gotta tell your boss, yo, my phone doesn't work properly. Cause like, you can tell you, hey, buy a better phone, broke ass. You know? As a person that's using a phone for XYZ, can I text? Yes. Is it playing a lot of the games to waste time? Yes. Is it able to go on YouTube and TikTok? Absolutely. Another pretty good job at it. You know what I use? I use it for Reddit, TikTok, YouTube, the tower, filming. And it does all that except for filming. So it is a good phone. It's a good phone. If you are a phone, see, there's also this kind of political ways about the phone. If it's Chinese, so you're like, oh, you know, the whole spy thing. Do I believe in the spy thing? No. No. I think the Chinese government doesn't care about what little Ink Vendetta does. If Ink Vendetta was a bigger content creator, possibly, but for now, you know, I didn't sign the parents yet, so not that famous. Do I measure fame with signing kids? Absolutely. I watch Howard Stern. This is how I was brought up, you know. To me, just having these storages is worth having a shit for, you know. So now, again, the important part. If you aren't a content creator and if you don't use your phone a lot, if you need a phone just to have a phone, to make calls, to watch YouTube, to watch Netflix, this is a great phone. If you need it for something else, if you're using your phone a lot, is this the best phone? Well, it depends. You see, for example, with the laptop, I use the laptop a lot, right? So I need a good laptop. If I didn't use the laptop a lot, I wouldn't even need a laptop. I wouldn't even need it, right? It's a question of how much you really use it. If you use it for it to be like, okay, I need to use it, okay, I need it, then get a better phone. There's other models. I was talking about the political aspect of it. The political aspect of it is quite important. It is in a lot of ways, like, yo, you shouldn't pay $3,000 for a phone. You just shouldn't. So maybe this is a way of saying fuck that, you know? No, am I complaining about it? No. Because when I bought the phone, I had a good job. Didn't matter. People were making fun of me at work because like, you're so dumb you bought a $3,000 phone. And I was like, dude, I don't have a car. I don't have houses. You spend way more than that in things that I don't need to spend on. At the end of the day, I use it a lot. I use the car. I use my phone. You know? And I think, lastly, because again, this is a long video, but wasn't showing up. The video wasn't showing up at all. It was weird. It was weird. I'm like, what the heck? Why is it not showing up? And second of all, when I went to post it, I would wait 2 minutes and it wouldn't show up. So what I have to do, I have to change it. I have to use YouTube Studio. That's pretty much it. So I think the other phone brought me simplicity. I think this is what's bringing me a hardship. I think hardships are not that bad. I think hardships are actually kind of needed sometimes. And because they're kind of needed sometimes, then like, oh wow, time to push myself to do something else. That's a good thing. Anyway, loving that video. I love you guys. Take it easy. Peace. Don't think you should buy in. Welcome back to the show. I'm doing well with having a wonderful day on this. I'm sick 21st August 2025. Beautiful scene behind me. There was the moon, there was the star and a star. It was gorgeous. Today we're doing a new taste test. We're doing something called Jones. So Jones seemed to be a energy drinks, but it also seemed to be a sports drink. So I'm super excited to taste it because I never even heard of Jones. I never even saw an ad for Jones on social media, whatever. So I'm actually kind of excited because this could be a rare find, you know? And also, let's be honest here, the energy drink market is oversaturated, so possibly in a year, Jones doesn't exist anymore. But here I am with the, I forgot to take a thumbnail. With the proof that Jones existed at one point. So Jones, as you can see, I love the design. I love the design. I think it's really cool. And I hope that this guy was paid. And they're like, yo, this is kind of cool. Holy shit, look at this. Made from Jones Soda Company. From Off the Ramp. Oh, I love this. Berry lemonade soda. Now, I'll be completely honest. I bought it at a different store that I usually go, so I'm not gonna buy this a lot. I'm gonna be completely honest, this was the last one. So either it's super good or either it's not so. Without further ado, let's throw over. Smells really nice. I'm secretly hoping that this is not good. Because if it is good, I'm not gonna be able to get a lot of it. Okay. Tastes weirdly like full throttle. Nice. This is really good. When I say, I hope they pay the guy on the thing, because if it is an athlete, it's kind of representing you. I miss days where most of the sponsored people was from Red Bull was people that played at the X game. This is a sports drink. The people that play sports, right? That's what it is. For example, if you look at G Fuel, which is gamer fuel, is thinking gamers. The taste now. The taste actually not bad at all. The blend itself. So, okay. So in this case, it's actually really, really different than what we usually do. And I know that you're tired of me saying so, but the blend is always important now. Because Jones is a new product, or it's a new product for me, I don't have the idea of what the blend is. However, I know that this flavor is berry lemonade soda. So we're taking away berry lemonade soda, we're putting it away. We're taking the gasified water, we're putting it away, and what's left is a blend. So the blend itself is important because this is the Jones signature. The gasified water, it feels gasified, but not too much. Like, for example, and I know it's stupid to say, but there's just something that, oh, man, I'm gonna have burps. This one's actually quite soft, this one's actually quite nice. So we like it. Wow, I'm just light. I like it. See, the good problem that you have, I can identify the berry very much. Lemonade, I'm having a little bit of problem because the lemonade is sour and bitter, and the blend is sour and bitter. So am I tasting the lemonade or am I tasting the blend? Now why is that important? Because it's super easy to do everything else. You're gonna see with chips, you're gonna see with ice cream, you're gonna see with products. There's no originality. Lately it was spicy garlic that was popular. Every chip company had a spicy garlic flavor. So I'm tasting the berry, the lemonade. Why is it not hard? Well, because if 12 other companies are doing it, then they basically all taste the same. And the difference is where the blend is, you know? So the blend is the important part. Actually really nice, I like it. It does taste a lot like Full Throttle. But then this is really good because the berry are the star here. You can taste the strawberry, you can taste the blueberry, you can taste the blackberry. Now, would I personally put blackberry with lemonade? No. I would put, I would go insane. I would go acai berry. My apologies. I would go with blueberry. I would go with strawberry. The most common go is raspberry, right? Because they're all berries. And blackberry is too sour. You already have the lemonade. But at the same time, the lemonade is sweet in itself, so, you know? Because you want to differentiate every single taste. You want to have on your tongue, okay, I'm a fan of the berry, I'm a fan of the lemonade, so I can taste both, you know? This is not bad. This is really good. This is really good. I don't know why. I think it's because of this guy. Maybe this is Jones. Holy shit. That would be so cool. That would be so cool. I picture myself go to a... and again, this is so dumb. This is so dumb. I've watched too many of the 90s movies. My apologies. I'm picturing myself go to an event, to an X game event, or to a skateboarding competition. I also just watched The Real Bros of Simi Valley, so that doesn't help with price. Yo, I'm picturing myself going to an event, and this is being the product that they're selling. Not even selling, they're just giving it away because they're like, yo, this is one of the sponsors. And you see the ads talk about, I'm drinking Jones. There's just a very sports element to it, right? And I love that. I absolutely love that. And if I was going to an event and they would serve me that, I would be like, yo, this is pretty good. This is pretty nice. And I say I'm surprised. Do I love it? No. I'll be completely honest. I think it's good. I think it's great. But in the back of my mind, I'm talking about other energy drink that I would like more. So I don't love it when I'm comparing to others, but the product on its own, as a entity, as a unique entity, it's actually pretty good. I would buy this again. Yeah, for sure. And I feel bad saying I don't love it, but it's just because I'm so used to other, like, for example, Celsius, for example, Monster, for example, Red Bull. I drank a Red Bull yesterday with 0 sugar, and it was better than this. Does that mean that this is bad? No, it doesn't mean that. Red Bull has been doing energy drink for, at this point, decades. I hope you have a good product, otherwise what the hell are you doing? Jonah, I'm surprised if I can, I'm gonna try to find www.jones.soda.com. Okay, so it's American. Canada, okay. It's from Seattle. Oh, that's nice. Washington, Seattle. Not recommended. 2 serving. You can drink two of those a day. You keep on seeing me looking at this because we're having the sunrise, so it's gonna be beautiful. It's gonna be beautiful sunrise. Anyway, I love you guys. Take it easy. Peace. Don't blink, it's your boy Yink. I love doing this and then this because this doesn't make any freaking sense. Except if you're like a 90s movie where there's a dance competition, then I sort of see it, but otherwise I don't. Don't like it's your boy, welcome home to our show. And you know, having a wonderful day on this, gerbil please, on this 21st August 2025. Today we're doing something that's quite nice. You can see the sunrise behind me, which is quite gorgeous. We are doing a tower top and doing some Jones and loading clips, because why not? The reason why we're doing a tower top today is, again, to apologize. I fucked up. And I fucked up badly. So the plan, look at this is actually really freaking nice. The plan was to wait until, because yesterday I had a concert, but it's not a concert that I chose. So for example, I live in a city, the city to bring people together, to bring people, you know, to celebrate the city itself. They have concerts, so you go there. With the concert, it's actually quite nice because you see the band and you just enjoy the show. And what I like to do is I like to have, for example, the crown on the road. The crown, I'm gonna do the tournament, right? And then what I'll do, I'll make sure that the shield and the sword are there. And I'll do a tournament while streaming, for example, Elden Ring. Yesterday, I gotta be honest, we streamed Elden Ring for 6 hours and a half. I got the file in front of me. 6 hours and a half, and we didn't do the tournament again because I was waiting for a concert. So then I left because I was gonna be late to the concert, always at the last second. Okay, you have to see this. This is beautiful. This is really nice. I'm sorry, I'm gonna be out of focus, but this is really nice. This is really, really nice. Bro, life is good. Life is freaking good. It's nuts because I feel bad I left the tower. I feel bad I didn't do the tournament, but again, do I really feel bad? Not really, because I was watching a concert. I was out there. I was in real life, you know, so a bit of a mood point. So I'm sorry that we don't have a tournament. Now, why am I truly sorry? Well, because Power Stone are only obtained via cash and tournament. Well, there is some milestones. It's not a lot. You cannot buy much with the milestone stone. I don't know if you can even buy one. I don't know if you can even buy one of these weapon. However, with the ass mods, assistant mods, this is gonna be super important. By the way, this is the second part of the video. This is the ass mod. So I asked my guild for people what it is. Early morning. Okay. The name of the guy in my guild, this game sucks. I wish he had a different name because I do like the game, but it's funny. So I asked any info on ass mod. Each assist costs 1k stone to unlock, 1,000 stone to unlock, which I gotta say, it's not that bad. And isn't that bad? You think 4,000? It's not that bad. If you have an ancestral mod, you use it as assist, but and use it as an assist. Your assist level is only epic. You will use the epic effect instead of ancestral. So ancestral with ancestral. Some effects are used, but only a percentage of them. You can upgrade with stone to make. Okay. So for example, I have for example, this one, ancestral reactor, I have got 60 coin per wave. I got max recovery. I got 3 recovery amounts. Okay, that's good. Okay. So assistant mod is more substats, if I guess. It doesn't still. I mean, it isn't that bad. It isn't that much. And again. I'm not choosing the right one. So I do like this. It's still gonna be more important. Now, in itself, just adding more mods renders the gem useful. This season, this update wasn't great. Wasn't great in itself, but at the same time, they got some new stuff. And maybe the ass mod is something that we like. And when I say ass mod, I a lot of people yesterday was complaining about the new mission. And people were like, because I'm on Reddit, and a lot of people were complaining on Reddit. I like Reddit because for some reason it's less politicized than, there's less policies than on Discord. On Discord, they're in charge of the server. On Reddit, they're not in charge of the server. I don't think they are. So, you know, there's no, but then also there's more people complaining, you know? But hey, that's pretty much it. Anyway, I love you guys. Take it easy. Peace. Don't win, kiss your brain, cook up the potential. Doing well, success, having a wonderful day on this 21st August 2025. Today, we're starting our day very, very simply. We're doing something that is kind of cool. I'm sick as a dog, guys. I am sick as a dog. So this is less cool, of course. But, you know what is cool? This video today. I mentioned a couple of days ago that I felt like my life was an idol. Right? And it's thanks to somebody called Trista that I realized why I was saying that. My life, is it my life? Is it my life an idol? No. Because we're making content every single day. We're having fun. But it's just this part of routine. And it's insane because this year I played it so safe. For example, last year in the winter we had a depression because we were not able to go out as much as we used to. And this year what I did to counterbalance is I didn't go out as much. Now, is that a good plan? I don't know. Is it gonna stop us from being depressed? I don't know. I don't think so, but holy shit, it's cloudy today. I hope there's no rain. I gotta pick up my new phone. Well, my old phone, but it's new because it's repaired. So I'm excited about that. So yeah, so we played safe. I could have worked way more this summer. But again, last summer what happened is I got a depression. I got a burnout because, well, okay, technically speaking, the burnout started in fall and lasted all through the winter. And it got worse as the winter came in. Still not that bad. So, it's kind of nuts because I played so safe. And she was telling me about a good show that we're reviewing Prison Break right now. And if I'm being honest, Prison Break, is it good? Yes, it's good. Do I enjoy it? I do enjoy it. But you know what I miss? And it's gonna be so stupid. I miss the morning that are so cold that you're literally seeing smoke or there's a special word for it. You're literally seeing smoke out of my mouth and I'm talking. You know what I was reviewing back then? Dexter. And I miss that. I really, really, really miss that. So because we play it safe, it feels more idle. I think subconsciously last year, we knew that what we were doing were dangerous. We knew that what we were doing was not healthy. I think that we knew what we were doing was the big sacrifices. And I think this year by playing it safer, we did do the sacrifices. And I think that's what I meant with my life as an idol. Not necessarily a bad thing, but not necessarily a good thing. I miss going the extra mile. I miss going above and beyond what I should do. You know? And ultimately speaking, I'm gonna be very, very honest, very transparent, very vulnerable in front of you. No, that's so dumb. I shouldn't say that, but fuck it. If this works and I get a community, which I already have, let's say bigger community, if I start making enough to survive with this, it's not about money, but it's about survival. It's not about money, it's about being able to have a dream, but also being able to survive thanks to that dream. We went to a show yesterday. In that show, the guy was talking about how he used to play in Metro and now he's on stage. And it was a beautiful thing. He took risks playing the Metro. He could have not worked. There's probably nights he went to Hungary, right? With how much I worked last year, with the sacrifices we made last year, literally sacrificed our mental health last year. If I was to succeed, I would be proud. Because of like miss having a boss. I mean this from the bottom of my heart. I miss having a boss. I miss being in a cafeteria that's loud, where people talking about shit that don't even concern me, that don't even interest me, talking in language that I don't even understand. I miss it. Now, why is that a bad thing? It's not a bad thing. It's a great thing. It's normal life. Why is it a bad thing? Because last year I didn't have that. Last year I was like, I don't care. I want to make content. Is it because I'm doubting myself? Is it because I don't believe in the dream anymore? I don't know. Anyway, love you guys. Take it easy. Peace. Don't link is you wink. Welcome to our show. Link Mobs are having a wonderful day on this 21st August 2025. This is another Tower Talk today. This is another apologies. There's a 4 hours video, 4 hours and 52 minutes of The Crown, and that doesn't exist. I was a dumbass. I uploaded the file on YouTube, didn't check if it was fully processed, delete the video. So now it's posted this processing, and then what they'll do is they'll say, oh, we went in processing because it took too long. They did that. So I'm talking about this. Now, for the second part, you are seeing me right now, and this is dumb, because you are seeing me right now do some tier 2 and tier 3. Now, what am I trying to do? Is that very simple. I know that tier 3 for Sword and Shield is about 4 hours each. So I'm measuring the time that it takes me to complete a run. Now, why are we checking the time that it takes to complete a run? It's super simple. Again, if I'm going to work or if I'm going to sleep, now that I have this in the background, I know that this is not enough. So this is basically why we're doing it. Is it the smartest thing to do? No. The smartest thing to do would be to go back to tier 1 and just see, okay, well, this is how much it takes. But at the same time, I want to test it out. Because tier 1, we already have the milestone. So technically speaking, there's no point in doing tier 1 anymore. Tier 2, we already have the milestone. So technically speaking, there's no point in doing tier 2. Tier 3, we ended up at 3,700 and we ended up at 4,300. So we're really close. We're really close. Now, at the same time, I feel bad because one of the labs that we're doing is for perks. And why do I feel bad? Well, it's pretty simple. I feel bad because 2 of my labs are for lab discounted labs too, which are pretty normal. And one of my lab is for perks, and the 2 others are respectively for what they have. So yeah, so I do feel bad about that. But at the same time, when I'm done with the perks, that's gonna be done. There's so much more though. Like I need to do the perks, ranking choice, then I do the perk option. Then I have to do the banned perks, and then when I'm finished, I'll be able to do more perks, power, more perk percentage, and it's gonna be huge because when I'm gonna be able to do that, oh, sky's the limit. Sky is the freaking limit. Anyway, I love you guys. Take it easy. Peace. Okay. We're at 93.94. 93.94 only. That's huge. 93.94. You're literally seeing the train work. How nice is that? How nice is that? And a third Tower Talk. Today I just have the best of news. I was looking at my labs because again we're doing a lot now. Of course, the crown and shield, the sword and shield aren't that good. For example, the lab for sword is 74. Now, if you know of the towers, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Lab speed and lab discounts. What? This is dumb. They took it out. H. They took it out. Lab and Queen are 74 for shield again. Now, for crown, my lab speed is at 94 and my lab coin discount is at 93. So possibly the month of September, and we're done with the labs, and then it's gonna be crazy because we'll have 5 labs to do. I'll possibly do bots. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know. Should I go for offense? Should I go for defense? I don't know. The possibility are limitless. Wow. Okay. C'est quoi? Bon. What you know about life? Not a lot. Feeling so bagel. I love this. Aw. That's freaking. What's his name? From whom? Stranger Things. Tell these people.
Canadian. That's like $200. Every single time people over here talk, like they're like, oh my god, it costs like this much dollars. I have to remind myself that this is like Canadian dollars, and Canadian dollars is just big time dog. So every single time someone's like, oh my god, I just spent like $5,000 over here, they only spent like 2-point-something grand. Can we please normalize speaking in like USD or euros? Because they're so confusing. So listen.
Nice.
For anyone who is old enough, like me, to remember what life was like before the internet and YouTube took over and video games became mainstream. Movies were God. I don't even know if the Oscars even happened this year. The last time they were ever relevant was Will Smith slapping Chris Rock, and if he didn't do that, no one would have known the Oscars were on. But before that, the Oscars in like 2014 or something, it kind of looked like just world-class professionals. You know, these guys are top of their line at entertainment. But if you look at the 1990s, the Oscars have a very different vibe. If you look at the 90s, the Oscars almost feel like demigod royalty. The vibe is like, it's almost like the magic to it. Christopher Walken sitting next to Robert De Niro, sitting next to Al Pacino, sitting next to Meryl Streep, sitting next to Anthony Hopkins, sitting next to like Harrison Ford, Tommy Lee Jones. It was just like famous. Like everyone was ultra famous, just sitting next to each other.
Uber famous.
Now look at the Oscars now. I have
No idea. Yeah, same bro. Salut, c'est Ton Chumming, je pense bien. C'est pas une belle journée en ce 21 août 2025. Oui, une vidéo en français. Il est tôt en tabarnouche, il est 6h30 ce matin. Mais aujourd'hui, on travaille avec des vidéos avant de travailler. Ça fait du sens, j'espère. Aujourd'hui, je vais parler d'une situation qui est assez vraiment cool. Un petit peu d'auto, je m'embrasse les fesses, d'auto, je suis le meilleur, d'auto-love, comme on dirait en bon français. Premièrement, je pense que la vidéo doit commencer avec un bonjour, ça va bien. Deuxièmement, je pense que la vidéo doit continuer avec un merci la ville de la Chine, l'arrondissement de la Chine, la ville de Montréal, l'arrondissement qui contient Saint-Pierre, la Chine et Dorval pour les événements. La raison pourquoi hier on a fait la dernière show, on a fait le dernier spectacle musical, qui était en fait les pique-niques musicales du mercredi. Tous les mercredis pendant 7 semaines, qui est en fait presque 2 mois, il y avait un concert. Il y avait... écoutez, moi j'en ai juste vu 2. C'est pas vrai. J'en ai vu 4, mais j'ai foiré. Le premier, je savais pas que ça existait. Le deuxième, je suis venu à 8h. Je pensais que c'était à 7h. Je pensais que c'était à 8h. Je suis venu à 8h. Le deuxième, qui était Wall-E. Wall-E, j'ai vraiment trippé. Des gars de Saint-Michel, c'était vraiment nice. Le quatrième spectacle, je sais pas pourquoi, j'ai figé. Je suis venu à 8h. Là, c'est comme, oh non, ça 7h, je me rappelle. Puis hier, Alex Burger. Puis, sincèrement, je pense que c'est une belle initiative. Je pense que c'est quelque chose qui met les gens de la Chine ensemble. Mais surtout avec la capacité de spectacle. Je pensais toujours qu'il faut aller au centre-ville. Je pensais toujours que la Chine, c'est trop petit pour les spectacles. Mais cette année, on a été choyés. On a eu des spectacles pour les festivités de la Chine. On a eu la Saint-Jean, la Fête du Canada. Du normal, en fait. Mais on a aussi... C'est ça, maintenant, pourquoi on s'auto-bravo? Parce que je suis pas un gars qui sont beaux. Je suis pas faire peur, on a un visage, dans ma façon de parlerion, que je ne chante pas beaucoup. Tu comprends? Pourquoi? Parce que je suis un gars qui est très indépendant. Je suis un gars qui est très autosuffisant. Il faut donner un concert pour avoir du bon temps, tu sais. Je suis assez débrouillard, je suis assez... je suis capable de m'entretenir tout seul, tu vois. Mais, je dis ça, je dis rien. Il y a quand même la situation qui se passe présentement. Puis la situation qui se passe présentement, c'est assez simple. La situation qui se passe présentement, c'est que cette année, j'ai vraiment fait l'effort d'aller plus loin. De vraiment vous montrer ma ville. Parce que je viens d'une petite ville, il n'y a pas beaucoup de monde qui font des archives de qu'est-ce qui se passe à la Chine. Moi, j'en fais. Cette année, on est allé... en fait, qu'est-ce que je vais faire, c'est que... Je pense dans le côté de l'autodépendance, je pense que il y a beaucoup de gros-phobies là-dedans. Je pense qu'il y a beaucoup de gêne là-dedans. Parce que c'est dehors, je connais pas les gens, je veux pas avoir de fun, tu vois. Au final, rester à la maison, me faire un film, je vais me faire du fun, je vais prendre des popcorn, un bon verre de vin. Ça va être bien correct, tu comprends? Fait que... j'ai commencé à faire du contenu il y a 4 ans, 2021. Première année, je fais aucun. Fait que, à la fin là, je filme pas ma face. Je filmais juste les jeux vidéo. Deuxième année, je suis tellement gêné, puis ça c'est une vraie histoire. Ça existe encore. Puis deuxième année, je suis tellement timide, ok, que je vais au fête de la Saint-Jean. Mais que je suis pas dans la salle. Je suis quelque part d'autre, je suis à côté. T'entends la musique, mais t'entends pas tu vois pas la scène. T'entends la musique, mais t'es pas là. Puis je suis allé pour les feux d'artifice. Faites Canada, la même chose. L'an passé, je me rends sur la Saint-Jean. Le Fête Canada, je le fais. Je suis dans la foule, je m'amuse. C'est fun. Cette année, même chose. Cette année aussi, on a fait les spectacles. On a fait pyrotechnie au Parc Saint-Michel. On a fait 4 spectacles pour les pique-niques musicales. On a fait les fêtes de la Chine, on a fait les fêtes de la Saint-Jean, Canada. C'est quasiment qu'on a fait. C'est pas incroyable. Sauf que, vraiment, on a mis plus d'efforts sur la vraie vie, sur mon quartier, mon entourage. Qu'est-ce qui fait que j'habite ici? Qu'est-ce qui m'influence? Je pense que la ville où tu je pense que la famille où tu je pense que, en fait, plus simplement parlant, tes parents vont influencer beaucoup. Je pense que tes amis vont avoir des parents qui vont l'influencer beaucoup. Je pense que l'influence commune, c'est les valeurs de la cité. C'est que si t'es, je sais pas moi, j'écoutais Dexter aujourd'hui, puis il parlait de Miami, puis à quel point il y avait beaucoup de Cubains à Miami. Puis la culture de Cuba était vraiment présente. Les valeurs qui étaient prisées par les gens qui viennent de Cuba étaient présentes à Miami. Tu vois? C'est quoi les valeurs de la Chine? Je sais pas. Mais on a vu ça, puis je suis très content de moi. Puis en fait, je l'ai encore dit merci à la Chine d'avoir fait ça. Parce que oui, il y a une espèce d'influence de ma part d'être plus inclus dans qu'est-ce qui se passe. Mais aussi, ça dérange pas que moi je suis inclus s'il y a rien qui se passe. Tu vois? Puis c'est pas mal ça. Anyway, je vous aime. Passez une belle journée. Ciao.
Excuse-moi.
Really fatigued recently. Huh?
I'm down. I prefer old. Whoa. I prefer old. Old. What should I call it? Battle weapon. Same people. You see the same people posting all the time. La Catarina. Thanks for being understanding. Okay. Hey, yeah. Okay, working. Work, bro. Work. Okay. Don't link issue blink. Welcome to the show. Because doing walks and having a wonderful day. As you can tell, we are sick. So yeah, so not a good time. Not a good time at all. But hey, we're gonna, you know what? We're gonna make the best out of the best. And the worst will have to wait. So, without further ado, I present to you the video of the day, which is, of course, drumroll please, Prison Break. Now, we did reset the computer, so what I need to do is a couple of search to find it. Why did I do it before? Because I like to do these when I do my intro. I get to talk to you guys, I get to ask how y'all doing, something about saying y'all is very, very fun. I still haven't found in secret the page, but we're looking. So how y'all doing? You doing good? How's life been treating you? I hope well. I hope y'all are having a wonderful morning, day, afternoon. By the way, we're also uploading to YouTube and TikTok, so if it's taking more time than usual, well, your boy is doing more work than usual. And you shouldn't be rushed when you're doing something nice, should you? Now, we're done uploading, so now we can pretend like we were looking since the very beginning. Oh, yeah. I was trying so hard. And guess what? We found it. So today, I got a lot of batteries, got a lot of energy. However, could use some more. Jones, I'm making a video, bruh. But today, we're reviewing. Since we got a lot of time, I'm gonna try to do 3 videos. Because if I could do 3, I would be so freaking happy. And if I could do 2, I would feel like I didn't choose you. However, later on today, I might do some more. And now it's not working. There you go. There you go. There you go. Yeah, it's cold outside. It's mad cold outside, bruh. Oopsies. Shit. Guys. Bit too loud. So one too many. Now this is already episode 11 out of how much? 22, so we're already halfway through the first season, which is an eighth of what I have to do. Prison Break. Michael is built a machine for evaluating the time that they have for evading. It's Westmoreland joined the groups. Westmoreland is, I feel like, CPAT. So this is actually quite simple. First thing that we have is a reminder of yesterday, which is kind of funny. We got it's kind of cool because it sucks because it's kind of cool, but it sucks because we're seeing more of Sarah and Michael. No, I gotta say, the whole thing feels pointless. The whole thing feels like it's one bad dream. It's always Michael and Sarah. Then they fight, then they get back together, then they fight, then they get back together, then they fight. But in this case, it's actually quite nice because it does show just how hard Michael worked. And again, I think what I didn't really picture at the beginning, again because I didn't see the show in a while, is you're literally trying to show that Michael, who was using Sarah in the beginning, is falling in love with her. So there has to be this flirtation, there has to be these banters. If it was too easy, Michael would be like, yo, I know I fell in love with you, but I cannot explain to you why. Now the scene that we have, and also the importance of the show. For example, we don't know every single PI lesson. We don't see every single time that they have to dig the hole. There's a lot of things that we don't see. We don't see every single little battle that they have. And this is not important because at the same time, we had this narrative. Possibly Michael and Sarah, or more than the Prison Break, and a show called Prison Break, kind of insane. But if that's what the writer wanted to do, that's what they want to do. So we had a good scene between Michael and Sarah, which sucks because right after Michael will bring his wife there. We see this is actually really cool. For a whole show, this is really cool. So we have the agent that found them, and he wants to look as her as possible. So what he does is he uses sandpaper and he sand his own face. And the next one is what? Sandpaper using on the wall. But I actually really enjoyed it. This is really cool. Now T-Bag is having a problem with everybody. CPAT who's joining up. Now this is kind of problematic because CPAT wasn't part of the plan. Tio wasn't part of the plan. So Tio does some racist remark, and then CPAT answers like, why did Abruzzi doesn't work? Now, here where it gets complicated. Michael, in the original plan, we don't know how many people he had, right? If you had two, then how fast are they willing to destroy the ground? Versus if they have 7, it's a lot faster if there's 7. You know, but there is some also in each and every single one show is for the so you got Bellic and there was a battle. This is dramatic because she's not really his bitch, she's a hooker. You give her a green card, she's gonna give her a red card. This is a ramification which is important. Bellic knows her. So Bellic is like, yo, I met you somewhere. You got Sarah who see the wife, and she's like, yo, this guy is a liar, this guy is a piece of shit. We got more of the battle. But this is kind of cool because, see, more people becomes, there's more problems, there's more frustration. What I do like here is nobody has a problem with CPAT. Nobody has a problem with CPAT. Nobody has a problem with Tio. And again, in a game where everybody is trying to bring something, the more dead weight you have, the more it's felt. So they're trying to think that Michael, and at the same time, it's like, yo, how come you keep bringing people in? Do you really have a plan? That is something that is super cool because they're basically trusting a guy to get them out of there, but they don't know the person. So this is kind of nuts. So Sucre tells them, well, you have the credit card, you'll get stuck. Then we see that Michael had a security card, and we even saw that he had a long time to do the programming of this card. Now, he goes into his personal effects, where he has this watch. This watch is very, very special, because he had, which is actually crazy, a special ring picked out, and a special credit card picked out. Both of these had a purpose. That ring is using a very conductor metal. So the plan is he have this watch that has a big batteries, and what he's gonna do is he's gonna put it on a timer. Now, what he's gonna put is kind of like a landmine. So he'll put it, and each of the times that a guard pass, he'll be able to record the sound. And when the thing stops, okay, well, there's a lot of guard pass. We have how much time? We have 18 minutes. This is kind of cool, and this is where you see that he's trying to involve Sucre, but he isn't able to. Right? And he isn't able to because, for example, they expect to Sucre, but Sucre just doesn't know. Which sucks because Michael is a genius, and he's you see Veronica and Nick, and they have the agent, and he's like, please help me. And Nick is like, no, we can't help him. And then this is so cool because Veronica is like, remember the guy who helped us get a G apartment? Remember the guy who opened the door? Remember the guy that sacrificed himself so we could be alive? I'm not gonna let it happen twice. Because of that, she's more helpful towards the agent. Because she's more helpful towards the agent, it's a problem. Now here's the crazy part. In this one, the agent has a clear motive, but it's not as simple as Slenderman. Slenderman is, I'm gonna kill you, I'm gonna kill you, I'm gonna kill you. These guys having more fun. So it's a mess. It's a mess because this guy feels a lot more evil than Slenderman and the others. Why is it a mess? Is he classic? Okay, let's put it like that, right? He's a classic villain. Letterman and Ale are villains in the story because they're trying to frame Lincoln, and Lincoln's one of the main characters. Understood. Okay, cool. However, Ale becomes a good guy. Letterman has some restriction. For example, LJ's gonna come and kill him, and instead of going to defend himself, like, yo, LJ, you're not gonna do shit, bro. You're not gonna do shit. Put the gun down before somebody gets hurt. You know, Letterman doesn't feel like the biggest bad guys. This guy is unreliable, and also what makes a good show is, okay, so I'm gonna spoil it for you guys. I'm gonna very, very much spoil it for you guys. Letterman is a good villain. There's another guy, another agent, and this agent is a lot better. He's a great actor, a very good actor, right? And in Prison Break, the villains are nice. The villains are nice. Ultimately speaking, the villains are the company, but the company, we don't care because they're not there. Take another show. We just finished watching Lost. The show we're Lost. The villain's John, and we love John. Take the show that we watched before. The villain of, we were watching Dexter. I miss Dexter. I want to watch Dexter again. Take Dexter. Who's a bad guy? It's fucking Dexter, bro. I mean, so now it feels bad because we got Tweener and DB, right? So DB is contemplating going out and not going out. See, the last thing he did was against Belloc, right? But It's so complex because technically speaking, he helped Michael out by burning the PI, which is number one. Number two, doesn't mean that he wants to escape. So yes, I help you out, yes, I'm friendly towards you guys, but I'm not gonna do the trick with you. Now, there's Tweener. Tweener feels bad. So Tweener is very complex. Tweener, Michael asked DB, hey, somebody stole my watch. And he was like, rumor has it that this guy has Sticky Finger. Sticky Finger is expression to use that, but he steals. So he asked Tweener, I need you to steal a watch for me. And then Tweener is like, yo, if I do that for you guys, you're gonna make me a PI. Now, technically speaking, this is where Tweener, see, this is why the show is so good. Michael is a new inmate, but he has people inside. Tweener is a new inmate, but he doesn't have anybody. When he's looking at PI, he's looking to join a crew. The blacks don't like him, the whites don't like him. He's looking to join a crew, right? He's not even looking to escape, which is kind of cool. In here, it does feel very bad because Tweener is like, Michael is like, yo, if you steal this watch, there's gonna be a prize for you. And Tweener's like, yo, yo, dude, I'm a join PI. Then we'll think about it. And then at the end, he ends up stealing the watch, and Michael doesn't give him anything in return. So Michael kind of fucked him over. However, Michael did protect him against T-Bag. So technically speaking, Tweener hold him. So then, this is just... This is just bad. You got the government who is just trying to pick at them. But it feels more like torture than anything else, and it feels like unjustified torture. You got Tweener who's doing some rap, which actually is pretty cool. So that's the whole thing. That's the whole thing where Michael says, yo, give me this watch, right? This is actually pretty cool. You got one of the most important scene ever. Now this is very much so a problem. So DB, okay? Now this is where the show gets complex, and this is where the show gets good. By the way, you don't want to see the sunrise? So the whole thing that's questionable. Michael, the worst thing that he did was lie to Tweener. Now this is possibly also the reason as to why. He wants DB to leave, and he's like, yo, I'm not gonna leave, I'm gonna leave. So Michael kind of give up. There's a possibility that he pressed the wrong button. I pressed the wrong button. So yeah, I'm so sorry. So we got a very, very important scene. And again, I think this is a scene that kind of exaltates Michael. So we have Billy Cooper that see the Pope. The Pope says, "Listen, I'm sorry to say that, but your daughter is very sick. She doesn't have a long time." And DB's like, "Yeah, but since it's such a bad period of time, you're gonna not allow me to see her." And the Pope's like, "No, I tried, bro. I cannot do anything for you." So this will give the Pope, this will give DB a reason to, will give him a reason to, how do I say this? To want to escape. Now, DB wasn't no. There's a chance that Michael had Tweener join the crew because DB said no, and they had a spot. Now, ultimately speaking, is it said in the show? No. Is it specified in the show? No. So I don't know. So we have the scene where Tweener comes in and he's seen stealing the watch, which is actually pretty cool. We got the government, and it's nuts because it's more torture. This guy is just straight up cruel. He's just straight up cruel. And what they do, which is actually kind of cool, is they trap him in a hole. Why is that kind of cool? Because this guy was straight up evil. Would you do that to a Letterman? I don't know. So it's kind of nice. DB comes in, gives the watch to Michael, a gift from his cellie. Learn DB and Tweener are cellmates, which is cool because DB will not take advantage of Tweener. Tweener is a young guy, you want to protect the young guy. He's like a younger brother. So DB's like, "Yo, I want to be part of it." And Michael's like, "Yeah, but you're not DB Cooper. I need DB Cooper." And DB gives a bill of cash from the bank. Now, why is that important? Because he studied the case in and out, he knows that the serial number of the bills. That's kind of important. LJ leaves, and then he has the gun. Now, the important part is, this is so fucked up. The governmental guy. Good neighbors. There's Ozark. And Cemetery. And yeah, only streaming. So yeah, what's kind of cool is the agent's such a piece of shit that he put him in the hole. Really bug out. Agent is such a piece of shit that he calls Letterman. And like, "Nah, fuck you, we're not gonna help you." The sign of revenge, what he does is he writes the name of the two agents. Project Justice, which is absolutely phenomenal. Michael hides the device, which is kind of important. They use the device and they decide that they have 18 minutes. They say that they have 18 minutes, which is a certain amount of time to get to the infirmary. They say it's 2 minutes per people. So there's 20 people. And of course, the first one to go is going to be Teabag. But it sucks because Tweener didn't make the list. Maybe there was 2 more people, you know? So Bellic goes to a strip club, and then he goes to see Nina, which is Michael's wife. And he tells him what is the truth, what happened. And then Nina tell him, like, "Yo, she betrays Michael." And people are gonna be like, "Yo, she didn't betray Michael," but she did. I'm gonna be very, very blunt here. She tells Bellic what Michael asked her to do. But like, yeah, but Bellic was gonna send her back to her country. Yeah, but who got her in the country was Michael. If it wasn't for Michael, the guy you're betraying, you wouldn't be here. You understand? So yeah, Michael goes in, he's interviewing people. DB proves that it is the right person. Sarah confronts Michael and said, "Yo, guess what? I know you're married." And Michael tells her it's more it's more, whatchamacallit, it's more complicated than that. Now, the cool thing is that it's actually phenomenal. It's absolutely phenomenal. Because the cool thing is, how do I say this? Sarah's like, yo, I understand that you want to flirt, but you didn't have to go as far as you did if you're married. I don't even care that you're married, but you went too far and you made me have feelings. So you realize that Sarah's also human, right? But again, we got the cops. It's super funny because Letterman spits on the guy just to show how much he hates him. Again, it's an opportunity for hell to say, listen, we're going too far. Which we get, bro. We get you're not as involved as he is. Again, we know that there's one too many people. This is how the episode ends. There's one too many people. So we got season 1, episode 12, Redemption. Wait, is that it? No, that's not it. There's a whole episode of backstory, which is great. Lincoln warns Michael that a member of the group has to be put aside. I would say warns that he's gonna kill T-Bag if he doesn't leave the group. So, and nobody wants to leave the group, but I would say like, yo, I'm gonna kill T-Bag. I'm gonna rid the world of this evil. And then it's tough. Because this is why. Like a Brucey, but at the same time, it's such a shady plot. Because I'm gonna kill T-Bag if it's one too many. And then John is gonna find John Abruzzi. And gonna find God. Which is a great thing because possibly Italian, possibly very religious, but at the same time too, this is not the moment right now. And you're putting the hopes in danger for a belief, which is great. A belief that you didn't have in your whole entire life. So we have Michael doing more and more. See, this is the craziest thing. People are asking Michael, do you work as much as you pretend you do? And Michael is literally always working, which is great. For example, he's gonna be using a button. This is so cool. Look at this. This is so cool. He's working very hard. He has a rope. He has everything in here, and it's kind of nuts because how do I put this? I wanted more moments of Michael working. You know, the breaking the floor is good because of the banter. Does it lead us somewhere? No. So now we have like calling his cousin to say, hey, listen, I'm gonna be escaping. Here's the plan, and if it doesn't go well, tell the Pope. Because he knows that he's the odd one out. So this is T-Bag being smart. T-Bag is very smart. Now, C-Pat listens to Lincoln, and that's kind of crazy because C-Pat listened to Michael and Lincoln talk. He's like, yo, I know there's one too many people, right? And then this is such an important scene. It's a beautiful scene. I love that scene. So everybody, when they say there's one too many, everybody looks at T-Bag and say, fuck you. But then T-Bag's like, no, I don't think so. To my cousin, see, and if it doesn't work, I'm gonna tell the whole plan to the Pope. So we need to have it. Contingency. C-Pat is telling Susan, I told you before. So it tells you, hey, you think Michael tells you everything. And Sucre has his back. It's like, yeah, he tells me everything. And then C-Pat tells him, guess what he tells him? Guess what he tells him? I bet you tells you the less you know, the better. And Sucre kind of doubts Michael. They go to Verlaga and Nick. They go to the hospital, but then there's a bullet. So they're like, no, don't take me to the hospital. They're gonna call the cops. Why would you go to the hospital then? It's so dumb. Because Sarah and Michael, which is kind of sad because it's always an in and out. But then this one, it's not like she's pissed at it. She's hurt. It hurts her feelings. Lincoln. Why is that a cool thing? Well, because Abruzzi didn't talk to Lincoln before. Abruzzi didn't want to work with Lincoln before. This is an evolution. Yeah, the sun is too strong. I'm gonna have to go in. You're good. You're still recording. That's awesome. That's awesome. Perfect. Okay. trying to make love, so come give me a hug. Okay.
No idea.
Okay. I'm gonna sleep a little bit, I think. I'm gonna sleep a little bit. Yep. Yep. I'm just a kid, and life is not fair. one.